let's discuss what veggies can teach us about training progress, training success, and training satisfaction, most importantly. So I want you to imagine for a moment that this bowl of future salad represents your training progress, your training results, and how you feel about that training. Now, in order to populate this salad with a wonderful, delicious consistency, we need to, most importantly, show up consistently in our training. So, imagine we have different qualities we work on in our training. Okay, maybe we have strength training, we have mobility training, we have power training, and we have mobility training. Blending those perfectly together in the exact right amount is not the most important thing. It's not about initially the exact details. This isn't baking, this is salad. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. What we need is to show up consistently, day after day, week after week. It doesn't have to be making huge gains every single day or every single week. It doesn't even have to mean showing up every day. If you miss a week, guess what? You've still accumulated progress. So we still have something in that salad, right? The thing is, what we tend to do, what often happens with people is we go too hard too soon. So maybe we go really intensely, really aggressively with our training, and rather than a little bit at a time, right, we end up trying to go for big blocks. And you know what happens? That does not help with our consistency, right? Not a great salad, not great for sustainable training. Okay, if you go big with a workout or with training, you spend 2 hours in a session because you missed a week or you feel like you should to get results, what's going to happen is you're not going to be as mentally or physically prepared to be consistent the rest of that week, the rest of the next week necessarily. So it's much more important. I didn't put those back in the right ones. That one I did. It's much more important to just work on showing up consistently. Maybe some days you're feeling a little better, you're a little more energized. Cool, we can make a bigger deposit there, right? Doesn't have to be the exact same amount every single training session, right? I'm feeling pretty good today, I got great sleep, awesome. I can do a little bit more, but remember, the big chunks are not what we're after. We're going to make much more progress in the long term by adding little bits at a time and ensuring that we're able to continue doing that month after month. So it's all about accumulating lots of consistent inputs, not about the big chunks and pieces. Now, as we go through that and the months and the days and maybe even the years pass, we start to develop a pretty cool salad. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. All we need to do is keep showing up. And over time, we are going to create a wonderful salad that works for us. Salad. Now, another key is we need to be realistic about our expectations. If I want to have a big, enormous salad and I expect it in a couple weeks, but I'm only initially able to devote a little bit each week, just a little teeny bit, hey, I can take pride in showing up one time a week. That's cool. That's cool. But if I start to expect more than that is going to yield, that's where we become frustrated and maybe fall off. And maybe that's a great starting point. Once a week, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to show up. I'm going to do my thing. And I'm going to not expect any enormous changes right off the bat. I'm just going to take pride in the fact that I am showing up consistently. And then over time, as I develop that habit and that routine, I can start to put in a little bit more each week. I can start to build up a little bit faster. And that's when I can start to see some more results. Regardless of the volume of training we're doing and how that can elevate our baseline, if our expectations are misaligned with the reality of how we're building this salad, we're not going to be happy or satisfied no matter what kind of awesome progress we make. So the reality is it takes time to build a salad. It takes different ingredients to build a salad. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be the perfect ratio, but as long as we can stay relatively consistent and realistic with our expectations, that salad is going to happen. Now, let's say we've built up our habit, we've accumulated enough volume that over the course of weeks and months, we built this really nice salad. That's great. The thing is, we can't entirely control how that salad turns out. We don't have full control over the dressing, or how it's mixed together, or what we use to mix it with. All we can control is the inputs, the ingredients, day in, day out, week in, and week out. We have a lot of control over where we're headed in the future, but we do not have control over all the variables. So it's important that we don't worry too much about how that salad looks with everything mixed together. We worry more about what we are doing consistently, what we're putting into it, because that is what's going to drive our success and our contentment. We never have full control of the end result. What we have control of is how we show up and when we show up. Salad. So remember, rather than large chunks sporadically thrown into the mix, we want small bite-sized pieces for beautiful long-term consistency. It works. It works. And however that salad tastes, you can take pride in knowing you made it. You brought all the ingredients together for something beautiful, novel, and just for you.